If you'd like more information about the activities that Alex Alonso is involved in, there's the number to call. It's a toll-free number, 1-800-249-1324. And there's a marvelously informational website there, www.streetgangs.com. And if you missed that, you can make the connection on our website, myfoxla.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back. This is Midday Sunday. Our guest today, Alex Alonso, gang expert, many credentials. You've even testified as an expert witness in some court cases.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of the very troubling things now is the increased conflict between black gangs and Hispanic gangs. Not too long ago, someone was describing it as ethnic cleansing. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? What's going on?
Well, this is actually not new. This started around 93, 94. Right. The first neighborhood was in the Venice, Oakwood area.
Right, exactly.
And the gang started to fight each other back then, and there was quite a few killings. Then it started to spread to other neighborhoods, but this has been going on for over 10 years, and we're just really starting to talk about it now.
But it also seems to have increased in numbers.
I think that we're reporting it more than we have in the past. I think it's going up and down because there's been some down spells in the late 90s, and then around 99 it started back again. And I think at this point it's not going to decrease because it's spreading. I think I've identified 15 sections in LA County where blacks and browns are fighting where they never fought before.
What are some of those areas?
Pomona, Pasadena, the Oakwood, Venice, as I mentioned, Compton. Compton started in 1998 in the Jungles area by Baldwin Village.
La Brea and Rodeo.
Exactly. Right. Those are just a few that I can think of, but it's just spreading around. It's spreading around, and it doesn't seem like it's not diminishing. So every year I can identify a new neighborhood or two new neighborhoods that are fighting that weren't fighting before.
There must be some way to cool this off, because it really murder makes no sense anyway. But the kind of their drive-bys, or their walk-ups, for no reason. Well,
this is serious things going on in the street. Some of this is over, this is my neighborhood and you're not supposed to be here. Some of this is demographic change.
Sure.
I mean, we've seen South LA go from majority black to majority Hispanic in just a few short years. Exactly. Rapid changeover, demographic change, and that's having an impact on this situation.
It seems like it's blacks that are being more victimized more often.
I think that the blacks are initially the first victim, but they're reacting just as strong as the Hispanics. So it's not like anyone's winning this battle, but they seem to be the first victim in it. And we're seeing sometimes non-gang members, both black and Hispanic, become victims of this type of fighting. So it's not just gang. Sometimes the gang may just seek out someone of the other race and just kill them. We saw the 14-year-old girl killed in December. Right, and then we just recently had one in Glassell Park just a couple of weeks ago. And no solution, huh? I don't know if there's a solution to it, but one of the things that I think is really making people pay attention is the federal indictments that came down on the guys in Highland Park. See, this happened in 1999 in Highland Park. We're just starting to talk about it in 2006. And we're talking about the avenues. The avenues. Right. LA Times, LA Daily News never even wrote an article about this. But now it seems like everyone wants to talk about it, and that's a good thing. But now I think it's kind of misleading because it seems like that's the main problem, but still, it's still black on black, and it's still Hispanic on Hispanic. That's the majority of the killings in LA. Where are the Asians? Where do they figure into all of this? They don't really figure in a great deal. They're in Monterey Park area, but I mean, you have Cambodians in Long Beach that fight with blacks, but it's just one gang there. There's little pockets here and there, but it doesn't really raise a red flag when you look at the statistics at the end of the year. It's mostly black and Hispanic because we have about 200 black gangs in LA County. And we have about 500 Hispanic gangs in LA County, and that's the majority of it right there. Where does the Black Guerrilla family and the Mexican Mafia, those prison gangs, where do they fit into all of this? Could there be a shot caller someplace who says, all the lights are red now? Well, I think the Hispanic prison gangs do have an influence over some of the Hispanic gangs in Los Angeles. But there's quite a few Hispanic gangs in LA that have rebelled against that leadership that's in prison, and they're not listening to what's going on. The black gangs have never really been under the umbrella of any prison gang, so they operate independently from any prison gang. So there's really no social structure order that's in place that can really, have an impact on what's going on here. If you took away narcotics
as a source of income. Would that resolve anything?
It will certainly diminish some of the problems that gangs, inflict on the neighborhood. But it won't
Fighting over turf, fighting over territory.
It wouldn't go away because in the 70s, especially the early 70s, there wasn't that much drugs or that many guns. But we started to see conflict escalate. 72, 73, 74, gang crime increased each of those years. This is before crack, 10 years before crack cocaine, 10 years before fully automatic weapons, and we started to see it happen. But it will certainly put a dent in, but it won't make it go away.